Have you ever finished a trading day and looked back and thought, like, what was I doing? Like, you took a trade that wasn't in your plan, and then another one because you wanted to make your money back, and then another one because you didn't want to miss the move. And before you know it, you've taken 6 or 7 trades, you are emotionally exhausted, and your account is red. If you've ever experienced that, you are not alone. So today, I want to talk about one of the biggest reasons that traders stay inconsistent. And it's not because they have a bad strategy, it's because they overtrade. So, first, I want to define what overtrading actually is because I think a lot of people misunderstand it. Overtrading is not simply taking too many trades. Overtrading is taking more trades than your edge or your strategy actually provides in a day. So think about that for a second. Like if your strategy legitimately produces 5 or 6 quality setups in a day and you take all 5, that's not overtrading. But if your strategy produces one great setup and you force 3 more because you're bored or you're afraid of missing the move, that is overtrading. So the problem isn't the number of trades. The problem is taking trades that your plan or your strategy never presented. So one of the biggest mindset shifts that I had as a trader was realizing that great traders are not paid for activity. They're paid for patience. Nobody is handing out trophies for clicking buttons the most times in a day or for being the hardest working trader. The traders who survive and make this a career are the ones who can sit on their hands for hours and wait for one high quality opportunity. That sounds simple, you guys, but it is incredibly difficult because our brains crave action. As humans, we like to feel productive. We like movement. We like excitement. We like to feel like we're working hard or we're doing something. We're busy. And trading gives us a lot of those things. Like watching candles watching the candles move on the chart, it triggers our emotions. Winning feels good, and losing makes us feel like we want to get it all back. And even entering a trade gives us a little rush of adrenaline. That is why overtrading can become addictive. Sometimes traders are not even chasing profit anymore, they're chasing participation. So I want you guys to ask yourself this question: am I trading because I have an edge? Or am I trading because I just need to feel like I'm doing something? It's an uncomfortable question, but it's an important one to really think about and be honest with yourself, and see what your reason for entering a trade is. So let's talk about some of the biggest reasons that traders overtrade. The first one is boredom. This one catches so many people off guard. You know, the market slows down and suddenly you start zooming into lower time frames and you throw on an extra indicator and maybe you like see this fair value gap or a volume profile, high volume node or something that isn't even a part of your strategy, and you start forcing trades that maybe you would have ignored an hour earlier, and you start convincing yourself that like, this looks good enough, it's close enough. Boredom creates fake opportunities. When you're bored, your job isn't to trade. Your job is to stay patient. One thing that I talk to my FMT Academy about a lot is decision fatigue. So I did nutrition coaching for a while, and think of it this way: like if you're on a diet and you go to Starbucks and you're super disciplined, you get the black coffee and you have that croissant that's sitting right in front of you, but you say no. And then you get to work and there's candy and cakes and cupcakes in the break room, but you say no. And then your boss caters food and your coworker's eating pizza and you're like, nope, I'm eating my chicken and vegetables that I prepared. And then by the time you get home, There's ice cream in the freezer and you're just like, screw it. I'm tired of saying no. I'm just going to eat ice cream for dinner. The exact same thing happens in trading. If you are just sitting there staring at the charts for long enough and you're saying like, nope, that's not an A+ setup. Nope, I'm not going to enter here. It hasn't hit my key level yet. After a certain amount of time, eventually the trade just becomes good enough and you just give in and you say, okay, I'm going to enter here. So you have to know what your decision discipline bandwidth is. And when you get to that point where you're feeling bored or you're feeling FOMO, then you have to walk away and come back to the charts with a fresh mindset. All right, so the second reason is FOMO, fear of missing out. You see price action, you see price start just moving without you, and immediately your brain says, like, what if it keeps going? So you chase it. But here's what I always remind myself, you guys. The market is not going anywhere. There is so much opportunity. The market gives us thousands of opportunities every year. There will be another setup tomorrow. There will be another setup next week or next month, or maybe even 30 minutes from now. Great traders understand that they don't need to catch every move. They only need the move that fits their strategy. All right? The third reason is impatience. Like maybe you've been sitting there for an hour waiting and nothing has happened and you start thinking like, maybe I'll just take this one. But your strategy didn't change. Your emotions did. You guys, patience is one of the highest paying skills in trading. It is also one of the hardest to develop. All right. And then there's the need for action. This is something that I don't think gets talked about enough. Many people measure productivity by activity. If you're not doing something, then you feel like you're wasting your time. But trading, it works very differently. Sometimes your job for the entire morning or the entire session is simply not to trade. That's not laziness, you guys. That is discipline. But unnecessary, like one unnecessary trade, it doesn't just cost you money. It costs you mental capital. It chips away at your confidence. It drains your focus. And often the emotional damage from one or two impulsive trades can cause you to miss that A+ setup that comes later in the session. So that's why I always say that every trade has two costs. It has the financial cost, if you lose, and then it has the emotional cost. And most traders really only calculate one of those. One thing I've noticed that beginner traders think is that they need more opportunities, whereas I think experienced traders realize that they need fewer opportunities. Like actually, time away from the screens can be more beneficial. As your confidence grows, your standards should become higher. Like you become more selective. You stop trying to catch every move. You become more comfortable with letting trades go. That is a huge sign of maturity as a trader. Here is a simple habit that has helped me tremendously, and I share it with my FMT Academy mentorship group. Before every trade, pause. Take a couple seconds and pause for just have a quick thought in your head and ask yourself a couple of questions. Is this one of my setups? Right? Is it happening at one of my planned key levels, whatever that means to you? Would I be able to proudly post this in my journal? Like if I had an accountability buddy or if I had a trading coach or if someone was like looking at my journal, would I be able to post this proudly and say this is a good trade? And then if that trade loses, will I still think that it was a good trade because I followed my plan? Ask yourself those questions. And if you hesitate on any one of those questions, don't take the trade, right? Seriously, all you have to, I know it sounds like a lot, but all you have to do is pause for like 2 seconds before you enter the trade and quickly run through that list. And if it's a no, if you hesitate at all and you're like, well, it's close enough, don't take the trade. Think about a restaurant owner. They don't start just cooking random meals because a customer walks in the door. They wait for demand. They wait for whatever that person orders. And that is the demand. Like, as traders, our edge is our customer. If our edge hasn't shown up yet, our job is to wait. One of the biggest mindset shifts that I want to leave you with is this. Stop measuring your success by how many trades you took. Stop measuring your success only by your P&L. Instead, ask yourself this: how many bad trades did I avoid today? Sometimes avoiding one unnecessary loss is just as valuable or even more valuable than finding one winning trade. Most traders probably already know what their edge is, but the biggest problem isn't finding better setups. It's learning to stop taking the ones that don't belong. So you guys, in closing, remember this: the market rewards patience far more than it does with activity. You guys, if you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the subscribe button, because I do post trading education on my strategy and on the mental aspect of trading every single week. I also trade live during the New York session, so click subscribe, come join us, ask questions, and learn alongside us, and come be a part of the FMT trading community. Thanks for watching. Have a good one, you guys.